What is going on? It's Darnell from DK Live Fit, and I want to show you the pack that I'm bringing to Catalina Island tomorrow morning. It's going to be a quick overnight, 5 miles out, 5 miles back. So I'm going light. I have a 12-pound base weight, and my pack, when I take my boots off, is actually under 20 pounds with my poles on it. And I'm going to pull them off. I just leave my boots on here just to show you how I get them to the trail. I pop them on the side. I use my compression straps on the side. I'm gonna take those off. Those are my Morel Moab 3 boots. I like boots. A lot of people like trail runners or whatnot these days to be light and agile, but I like going with boots, and I like to have the ankle support, the stability, the ruggedness of that boot where I feel I can stomp and go through anything. I also have the Gore-Tex version that I take when I'm expecting a little wet or snow out on the trail. So I just want to weigh this. I'm going to pull this off as well. These are my Black Diamond FLZ foldable trekking poles, and those are a tri-fold, so they actually pack down light. I carry 2 of them. The 2 together I think are less than a pound, so that's a great set of trekking poles to have. But I'm going to weigh this right now. I got my E-Tech City pack scale. Just pop it on there and hook it on, and I just hold that off to the side, and I'm going to show you exactly. That says 19.9 pounds. That has everything in there, and I'm going to show you quickly what I will be carrying. So in my side pocket, that is my poop kit. And I'm going to go through everything. I'm going to pull it out so that you can see what I have in here. In my poop kit, I have my trowel. I have my trowel, which is, I think it's a Novartis trowel. And I keep a little piece of cardboard over it so that the teeth don't dig into anything while I'm in there, because it is serrated. And that is a Novartis trowel. I love that thing. It works well. It really digs in, and it's got the rolled edges so it doesn't dig into my hand when I'm digging. I like the sheath because I can put the sheath even over the handle, and that gives me even more comfort when I'm digging. And I have a nice cushioned cover, but that's my trowel. This is my poop kit. I keep that in a mesh bag, and I keep it on the outside so I have it quick and handy. I keep some antibacterial hand wipes, and these are by Boogie, which is a kid sanitary wipe, but some hand wipes while I'm out there on the trail. And then this is just a pack of TP, and I'll show you what I do for TP. I put them in little individual sections of 6 squares each, so I can just grab a section and be done and be off and running, and I don't have to figure out how much I need. I don't carry a whole roll. I just carry enough for the days that I expect to be out there, plus maybe an extra or so in case some event happens. But I also have my hand wipes or whatnot, so if it does get troublesome out there, I do have a little extra. That is my poop kit. That's what I'm going to have in my side pocket. On the other side pocket over here, this is my Patagonia Houdini windbreaker. That packs down in this little pocket, which is a chest pocket of the back of the jacket. And that is my ultralight windbreaker. And I love that thing. It gets the job done. Also on the side over here, I keep my Ziploc bags. And I need to top off this pack a little bit before I head out, but these are my Ziploc bags. I keep some pint size. I usually have a few gallons on there, and then I have some full trash bags, like kitchen trash bags, that I can put my pack in case. I usually carry 2 for my bigger pack, carry 1 for this smaller pack, just in case I need to put my pack in a bag if it's going to be damp or whatnot, dew on the ground. I don't want my pack to be on the ground and getting wet and soaking up that moisture at night. The other things that I have on the outside, on the back of my pack in here, I have my sun hat, and this is just a Columbia boonie hat, and it is adjustable so I can tie it on tighter during the wind. I almost never use the chin strap, but if it is windy and it's really blowing, I can strap it down. It's not going anywhere. That keeps the sun off my head and the sweat out of my eyes. And then for a little warmth, this is where I get into warmth. I keep 3 things in here for quick access that I can adjust as I go. So I keep my base layer, which is just a polyester mid-weight base layer. And then I have my cool beanie hat, which is my warm version. I actually have a very light kind of sleeping cap, skull cap, that I will wear at some point just for sleeping or to keep warm because I do have a hood on my puffy coat. But I'm going to go with a warmer beanie hat this week. These are my lightweight gloves. These are just a pair of dry fit or whatnot and fleece gloves just to stay warm as the night rolls in. And it's not going to get that cold on Catalina. Catalina is an island, so it's only going to range probably from 50 to maybe get up to 70, but somewhere around those, and that's going to be the temperature because it is surrounded by water. A couple of other things I have on the outside of my pack. I always keep carabiners on the outside. These little lightweight carabiners, they come in handy for clipping things, tying down things, whatever I need them. This is my radar reflector. That is just a Reco radar reflector, which is a safety, safety device that if I am in the forest or someone can't see me, they can actually find me from a helicopter by shooting radar, and that thing is going to ping them. They're going to be able to find me out there. I keep a little thermometer, which is an analog thermometer that shows me. This is a Sun company analog thermometer that just gives me a sense of what I'm at. And this is actually a digital humidity and temperature hygrometer thermometer, and that is by Govee. And that tells me a digital record of the temperatures that I see on the trail. And I can look back a month, I can look back through the week, or I can look back through the entire trip and see what did I experience on the trail and how did my gear fare in those temperatures. That is everything on the back of the pack. On the front here, you can see I have my bladder, my water bladder piped in here. I have my hand sanitizer, which I can keep right on my chest and quick access for sanitary needs. And then in my right pocket, I always keep my cell phone and sometimes my charging battery. And then on the left pocket, I will keep the snacks that I want to be eating along the trail, and I'll get to that. And then just for quick access, I have my mini tripod, and this is a great tripod. It pops up, it attaches to my phone through a magnet, and then the legs spread open just like that. That is my mini tripod. That is a great find. It's rugged. It's packs down light, small, and I used it on my Yosemite trip for 3 days, and that's all the tripod I had. And then the last thing that's in here, my flashlight. This is a great find. Keep my little flashlight in there just in case. I have my headlamp in here, but just to have some quick access to light if I do need it. And that is my hip pocket. On the inside of the pack, first thing I'll go is up here in my kind of outside top pocket. This is where I keep my quick access headlamp. It's right there. I have my sunglasses, which are the Gooder Denali, which is, just representing the national park. And the reason I went with this is I don't want to carry my expensive sunglasses and potentially break them. These are like $20 and they fit, they stay on. I can throw them on my pack. I don't need a case for them. If they do break, I'm not completely heartbroken because I broke my $250 sunglasses or something like that. And I just keep them in my little baggie here, and I can clip them on the outside of my pack as I go. Don't bring expensive sunglasses. In my electronics bag, I have a few things. I have my little Flextail 1.2 ounce electric pump. Tap twice, and that's enough to fill my sleeping pad, my pillow. I don't have to sit there when I get to the trail and I'm tired and be blowing up things. That is great. Definitely get one of those if you can. It'll save you a lot of trouble. I carry a Apple Watch fast charger, and there are smaller, tinier little chargers for an Apple Watch, but the one with the cord from Apple that says fast charger actually charges your watch fast, and you don't have to spend hours charging it. This will charge my watch to sufficient in less than an hour. And I can be off and on my way and get to bed. I don't have to be fumbling with trying to charge. So I like to carry, even though this has a longer cable and it's a little bit more weight than something that might be smaller, it's not that much more, but it charges so much faster, and I can get my watch up and going. And I like to track my entire trip as I go. So that's why I want to charge fast. And to do that charging, I have my Nightcore 10,000 milliamp hour charging battery, and that has a regular USB port and a USB-C port. So I can charge my phone on one, and I can actually charge my watch on there as well. I don't typically charge them at the same time, and I have two cables just in case I lose one or something happens. I definitely want to have a cable and a way to charge, so I carry two USB-C to USB-C cables. What else is in here? This is my water filter and my water filter system. And what I have here is I have a Be-Free, and this is the 1 liter bag, and this is as it comes when you buy the Be-Free system. I actually have a Hydro Pack 2 liter bag, but that is my filter. It filters very fast and has very high flow. You get, I think, over 1,000 liters of water through it. So it gets the job done. This is more of a disposable filter as opposed to like a Sawyer Squeeze, which should really last a lifetime. But I like this one. It gets the job done, and it flows so much faster than a Sawyer Squeeze. And I pop it in there. I only carry the 1 liter bag because it's much lighter than my Hydro Pack 2 liter bag. And I'm just trying to cut weight for this trip. And that is everything that I have on my quick access. And then when I dig in my pack in here, on top I have my food, and I'm actually gonna pull that all out of here. So let's start with food, and this will actually go all in the same bag, but I have them separate for now because this is actually frozen. And in here, these are dehydrated fruit sticks that I make. This is a blend of probably 10 different fruits. Blueberries, strawberries, mango, raspberry, banana. It's all in there, probably 10 different fruits. I make a smoothie with all the fruits. I make a big batch, and then I freeze them down, or I dehydrate them down in my dehydrator and vacuum seal them, and those are good to go. That's my really kind of sweet treat as I go. And then these are Nourished Life Nourish Bars. And the Nourish Bar has 500 calories in a pack. This is 100 calorie pieces in each one of those packs. And I will carry 4 of those. So that's 2,000 calories right there. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like. That is 2,000 calories. That's all I need. 4 sticks, 4 packs. I open them up. I typically eat them about 500 each. So probably eat a couple of those on day 1 when I get to camp, and maybe a couple on the way out of camp. And then just for some extra calories. And those are actually frozen, and I keep those fresh. These are Nourish Life Endure Bars. These are higher calorie density. There's no moisture in them. They're shelf stable. And this is actually 325 calories, and this is 500 calories. So it's actually smaller. It's about 20 to 30% smaller by weight. So I get much higher calorie density in the Nourish Life Endure Bars over the Nourish Life Nourish Bars. And they're just a mix. Some of the things are similar. There's some things that are different. The Endure Bars actually have a lot more red fruits and things, and it actually has some more calorie dense ingredients as well. So get some of both of those. That is my food, and that is everything that I'll eat on the trail, and that is more than enough for 2 days that I'm going to have there. It's actually probably technically more like a day and a half because I'm going to eat something before I get on the trail, and we're probably going to go out to dinner after the trail. So I really only need probably around 3,000 calories total, and that's going to be plenty for me. Next thing on my pack is my little survival bag is what I call this. And in my survival bag, I have a few things. This is my hygiene kit. And in my hygiene kit, I actually have aerosol deodorant. And why do I have aerosol deodorant? Because it's a disinfectant. It has some alcohol in there. And I like to, as I wipe down with a baby wipe or something, spray a little bit of that on the different parts that get musty or rubbed together or might get sweaty. You're not really cleaning that great. Some aerosol deodorant works miracles out there on the trail. This is soap. These are sheets of soap. They come in tiny little sheets, which are less than a gram. This is 20 sheets of soap in probably less than 5 grams. And I can pull that out. It's like the little tabs that you stick on your tongue for mouthwash. It just dissolves, turns into soap, and you can use that along the way. That is great. In this packet, I'll actually have my vitamins and minerals, my supplements for the day. And then here in this packet, these are toothpaste tablets. And my toothpaste tablets, I don't have to carry a whole tube. I don't have to carry anything. This is actually 8 toothpaste tablets. So I can brush my teeth 8 times. In 2 days, I actually need probably just 2 of those tablets that are the size of 2 ibuprofen to have toothpaste. Why carry a tube? Why carry a big container of toothpaste when I can sample exactly how much I need with these tablets? That is 4 days or more of toothpaste tablets. Probably, this is 8 tablets. So however many times you're going to brush your teeth. In addition, on the teeth hygiene, this is a bag dent toothbrush. And people have issues with how they brush their teeth or whatnot. I like a full toothbrush, and I like my toothbrush to be covered and contained. This is contained. It has a little plastic cover. I drill holes in the cover so that it is accessible to air and I can vent out the moisture so I'm not growing bacteria in a damp, moist environment in there. And this toothpaste switches around. I pop it in there, and now I have a full handled toothbrush. That is bag dent, and it's like some random Amazon brand, but it gets the job done and it works great. I can actually stick in this container. I have space to fit my toothpaste tablets inside that container, and it's all self-contained, and I'm done. Next on the list, I floss my teeth every day, so I carry a little bit of floss. I could probably carry something a little bit smaller and I don't have to carry the whole case. But I also carry chapstick. This is SPF 25 actual chapstick. I don't do organic or natural products on the trail. Why? Because organic and natural products are what? They're biodegradable. And what is out on the trail? Bio. I don't want my things to be degrading on me. So I typically use the synthetic moisturizer or lip balm or whatnot because they just work better. And I typically find that the soap, the moisturizer, anything that I'm going to put on my skin that is synthetic, it lasts longer and does a job better when I'm out on the trail. When I'm at home, I'm all natural, organic, so on and so forth. The last thing that's kind of hygiene related is a little mirror. And I actually cut this mirror from a larger mirror. And this is great just because I get a clear view of me typically. You could technically use it to signal with the sun, but that's beyond where we are in today's technology. But this little thing is better than a phone. It's a clear view. It doesn't require a battery. And if I do have something going on where I need to see myself in a mirror, I can use that little tiny mirror, and it is super lightweight and tiny. I actually cut that, and then I polished or smooth out the sides with a little sandpaper on the outside. And then lastly in this baggie, I just have some earplugs. I like to sleep with earplugs. I like the quiet. I like to get some good sleep, and I like to use earplugs. And that is my hygiene pack. The other things in the survival, I'm going to Catalina. We're going to have firewood actually delivered to our campsite on the other side of the island. So I'm bringing a pole string fire starter by Pole Start Fire. And that is something where I just pull the string and the fire starts, I wrap it around the log and I don't have to deal with it. I'm going to be lazy. I'm not trying to whittle down some kindling or whatever it is and start a fire. I want to be quick and easy. It is a little heavy. I wouldn't do this for a long trip, but on a quick overnight, that's going to make my life easier. This is my first aid kit, and I have a little baggie, which is a little zipper. And I like this because it's more robust than having it in a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to carry this for a long time, most likely before I ever use anything in it. And I don't want to be changing the Ziploc bag over and over again because it gets worn out or beat up. This little pouch is a lot more durable. It's zippered. And in here, I'm not going to take it all out, but I do have my mini Swiss Army knife, my Swiss Army Classic, and that has tweezers, a knife, and scissors, and a toothpick all on there. So that gets rid of a lot of stuff, and it's self-contained, so I don't have to worry about it flopping around or finding it. I actually have some cough drops in here, and these are Herbion cough drops, which are great. They're natural flavored and not chemical. So I like those cough drops just if I need to clear my throat or whatnot. I have a little tape, some rubber bands in here. I have a fingernail clipper, and then I have some bandages, some wipes, and then in a little dime baggie, if you might know what that is, I have some ibuprofen. But that's most of what I have in my first aid kit, and that gets the job done. And hopefully the fact that I'll never need anything in here, but I have it just in case, and it is in there tight and strong and robust. I don't have to worry about it wearing out. Couple things on hygiene. I have my sunscreen and I have my bug spray, and these are in tiny little bottles that are spray bottles, and I like that because I don't have to carry around a big bottle. It's in a spray bottle. This is my sunblock, and then the other one is bug spray, and I just keep those on tap just in case. I don't expect to really need either because it's going to be cool, so I'll probably have long sleeves on. I might put a little sunblock on my face, but I also don't like putting sunblock on because it makes you sticky and the dirt sticks to sunblock, and that just makes for grossness out on the trail. And then lastly, in my little survival bag, this is a little patch kit, and I have some tenacious tape in there, and then a couple other patches. And I have had to patch stuff, and I have used the tape on things like camelback or bladder, and having that tape. A lot of people complain about their bladder leaking or something like that. Have the ability to fix your stuff in the field. Carry a little tape, and you just stick it on there. You cut it out with your scissors from your Swiss Army knife, stick it on there, and you're done with it. You don't have to worry about gluing or anything. Last couple things that I have, and I'll actually, in this little inside pocket, this is where I carry my permits. That is Catalina. I got it already printed out. Have my permits for camping and my permits and my tickets for the ferry. That's already printed out on there. And then I carry a couple business cards because if I don't have cell phone service, I typically turn off my phone, all service, when I'm out on the trail, and on my watch, reserving my battery life, but I also don't want to be bothered. And to have paper and just be able to access that anytime, anywhere, those are my permits for my trip. This is my puffy coat, and my puffy coat is a Rab Mythic Ultra, and I love this thing. I'll actually pull it out so you can see. And look at that, as easy as that, and I'm off and running, and that is my puffy coat. It packs down super small, and it is actually pretty warm. I actually have this is the Rab Mythic Alpine, I think, which is the lightest version that they make, but I also have the Rab Mythic Ultra, which I took up to Yosemite, and I was up there in 25-degree temperatures, and that puffy coat is slightly bigger than this one, and it was warm, and I was comfortable with just a base layer underneath. Last couple things that I keep in here are related to shelter, and this is my Thermarest Neo Air sleeping pad. I won't pull that out, but that is extra small. I have my sleeping bag liner, which I recommend. You're gonna be dirty Save your sleeping bag some washes. It's expensive. It's, my sleeping bag is down. I don't want to put it through the wash as much. I don't mind washing this liner as many times as I want. This is a lot cheaper than my sleeping bag and a lot easier to clean. So I do a sleeping bag liner. And then the other thing that I have in here, because it all kind of comes out when I'm setting up my tent, is my Sea to Summit pillow. And this is an inflatable pillow. Both my pad and my pillow get inflated with my little Flextail ultralight air pump. And those things get the job done. That is what I sleep on and in. I have 2 and technically 3 other items in my bag that I'll get to. And that's all related to my shelter. And in here, I have my Thermarest Parsec 32 degree, so just at freezing sleeping bag. And this is something that I carry when it's going to be probably 40 to 50 degrees. I like to have 10 to 20 degrees extra on my sleeping bag that I'm actually going to experience. And look how small that packs down. I want to show you what that came from. And this is the Parsec 0 degree, so it's not that big, but that's the difference, and that's why down sleeping bags and high fill count down makes a difference. Because look at this, and compared to that, when this opens up and it's expanded and gets loft, it turns into this. And that big fluff and air keeps you very warm. That sleeping bag, that 0 degree, that kept me warm at 25 degrees on top of El Capitan in a snowstorm, and it was great. This is a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter at 32 degrees, but it also has kept me warm at night at probably 40 to 50 degrees, and that gets the job done. So I use that for my warmer nights, and then the cold nights I use the 0 degree. This is my Gossamer Gear, the One tent. I love this thing. It gets the job done. It is a trekking pole tent, so I just prop it up with my 2 trekking poles, and I'm off and on the way. Inside of here, I have my ground sheet as well, which is a Gossamer Gear ground sheet, which is fit to this size of the tent. It works great. It might be a little bit more expensive at $5 than you might find, but it's already cut. It gets a job done. It's what I need. It's lightweight. It's in there as well, along with my MSR Groundhog Mini tent stakes, and I carry 8 of those, 6 to pinch my tent, and 2 more for guy lines if I get into wind, like being on top of El Capitan or something like that. And then the last thing that I have in here is the guy lines, which are extra that I use to tie down the tent if I need to. And then the last thing is my water bladder. And I have a brand new 2-liter Hydropack Contour water bladder. And I like this thing because it's light. It's in here, and I just pop it off, and it pulls out. Boom. And if you look here, it is actually has the water pipe on the side of the water bladder, so it doesn't get in the way. This is 2 liters. It sits flat because it has these baffles on the inside, and it has a slip top on top. And I already have my 2 liters of water in there ready to go, and that is included in my under 20 pound total weight for my pack. And then I just go on here, I clip that on there, and I'm done and off and running. A lot of people don't like bladders, and they say they cause them problems because they can't get them in their bag. This bag has a separate pouch. Get a bag that has some features on it so that you're not struggling to carry things around. And I can just drink as I go. I know how much water I consume, and I know where my water stops are. People say you don't know how much water is in there. You actually crack one zipper and put your hand in there, and you know exactly how much water you have by feel. That is everything in my pack. I am ready for this trip. This is actually a day pack typically. It is a 30-liter Zulu, Gregory Zulu pack, 30 liters, and I have everything I need. This is actually a smaller pack because I don't have things like a bear can that would take extra room. I'm not carrying a chair. I'm not carrying my big Mythic Ultra jacket. I'm able to do a lot more things because you don't need a bear can on Catalina, and it's not going to get that cold. And this is everything I needed. I could actually probably do 2 nights with just a little bit more food, and I would be fine. And I could probably use this setup for even 3 to 5 nights if I just fill out my food. And I might be able to get away with it with this pack as long as I can find water along the way. But this is a good setup. That is everything that I have. Thank you for watching. I hope that is helpful and shows you how I'm going to be packed for tomorrow's trail. I'll see you out there.